Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we actually saw a surprise update go out in Warzone Modern Warfare 3 that ended up including some brand new update patch notes, a playlist update that has a lot of people talking, and a few other additional changes as well. And of course, we're going through and breaking down all the updates, all the changes that were mentioned. So if you were to go to the patch notes page for MW3 in Warzone, you'll see we've got our Thursday, September 5th update live. I wish I knew their cycle for, hey, we're going to drop patch notes on this day, because we've seen Tuesday updates, we've seen random hotfix updates all over the weekend with Black Ops 6, the beta and everything going on there. We've got a Thursday update now. Safe to say, if there are patch notes, if there are updates, regardless of how random they may be on any given day or at any given time, this is the place to be to stay up to date with all of them. So if you want to guarantee you'll never miss a thing and you're always in the know, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoy this video while we go through all the updates, a like rating is always really appreciated, and it does really help grow the channel. But as far as our updates go, starting on the multiplayer side of things, we've got our map updates. So on Cell Ship, they fixed an issue causing split screen players to encounter dev error 12744. Very specific thing for just Cell Ship and just split screen players, but if you were affected by that, that should now be fully fixed and fully updated there. For modes with cyber attack, they disabled infill sequences on Skid Row and 6-star to prevent mixed team spawns. So again, kind of a niche update there, but an update nonetheless. On weapons and attachments for assault rifles, the Bal 27 on the Jack Deathmarch conversion kit, they fixed an issue allowing the weapon to have infinite reserve ammo. Usually updates like this that are fixing glitches and other like wonky things going on with weapons also apply over in Warzone as well. They just list them in the standard multiplayer stuff since that's the base game, right? But I imagine if this glitch persisted in Warzone, or if you had this happen, it's now going to be updated there as well, obviously alongside multiplayer too. Then with launchers here on the Torque 35, that corrected the alignment of the optic reticle before it is drawn. So it was just like unaligned there, miscentered there. So it wasn't super accurate, but that's now fully fixed. Then we also have some zombies updates, surprisingly enough, or rather a zombies update. For gameplay here, they fixed an issue causing attachments to be removed from certain blueprints upon being equipped. This is a big one where you'd go through, you put on a blueprint, you spend money on it, you want to build it out to be optimal for your zombies gameplay, and then you load into the game and it just doesn't work. It doesn't show up. So obviously a bummer there if you just spent money on a blueprint, then you tried to use an ideal setup and they were conflicting and it wasn't working. But good news is that's now fully fixed and you don't have to worry about it randomly stripping attachments off of your weapons. And then on the Warzone side of things, we also have our Thursday update here as well. And with gameplay here, they say bunker busters. Attempting to use a bunker buster within close proximity of an already active one will display an airspace too crowded message. So this is essentially an update to prevent a lot of spam. There's been a lot of streak spam, particularly bunker buster spam, over the past little while that it's been in the game, right? Especially late game where it gets super chaotic, everything is forced into close quarters. You have a bunker buster, you're kind of set. You can kind of dictate whatever's going to happen in in-game if you throw that thing down. So that's going to limit some of that spam there for sure, which is definitely good news. Most annoying thing ever is running from one bunker buster, getting the notification. It's like, okay, guess we're relocating. And then you walk outside and you get another notification and then you're just, bouncing back and forth there. And then we got a lot of bug fixes in this update as well. So they fixed an issue preventing players from using a deployable buy station more than once. So this one was a really obnoxious bug where you would go through and you'd throw down a portable buy, you'd go in, maybe you buy a teammate back, or you buy a plate box or a UE or whatever, and then you go into it again, or you're trying to get some more cash for something else your teammates drop for you, you open it up and it doesn't actually let you interact. Really obnoxious bug. Have run into this one a ton over the past season or so, so very good news that that's been updated as well. They fixed an issue with utility boxes not tracking properly in the social Warzone rewards challenge. So if you're going for some of those challenges there and you were using the utility box, you'll notice it was not working at all. You can now go through and properly complete those challenges. Fixed an issue with the redeploy drone beacon not counting towards the use 10 field upgrades daily challenge. So a bit more of a niche one there, but if you were trying to use that and trying to cheese that for some easy progress there, you can now actually do that. It won't just be for nothing there. And that actually concludes the patch notes page. Like I mentioned though, we also have some other additional updates and a full-on playlist update that went live today as well. So obviously we just touched on the bunker buster update within the actual patch notes, and Call of Duty updates did also mention that because of today's update, update with the hot fixes and the changes here, we've now re-enabled bunker busters. So those are now fully live and fully active there, and you can use them like normal, but obviously there's going to be those limitations on how much you can spam them in one particular area. You will get that airspace is too crowded notification now. And then we also ended up with a new Warzone playlist update. Of course, yesterday we had the multiplayer playlist update, and we covered that in some of the patch notes that went out. But our playlist update this week is honestly yet another disappointment, because they are being super restrictive on the modes you can play, particularly when it comes to Resurgence. So we still have trios on Rebirth, no surprise there. We've still got Plunder quads on Urzikstan. Battle Royale is just solos, trios, and quads on Urzikstan. So if you want to play duos Battle Royale, you're just straight up out of luck. You can't this week. I don't know why. All four like squad modes, solos, duos, trios, and quads, are all four player count modes, are not always available for at least Battle Royale and Resurgence in some capacity. Even if they have to switch things up, why is solos, duos, trios, and quads as a standard thing not always available? Because then on the Resurgence side of things, you'll also notice it's weird. For Rebirth this week, we've got duos and quads, and that's it. So no trios on Rebirth in specific, and no solos there. And then for map rotation, it's just trios. There's no solos this week for Resurgence. So if you're a solo player, you now have to squad fill, or you have to play Battle Royale, or you'll have to jump over to the Black Ops 6 beta. And if you are a trios player and you wanted to play Rebirth, well, it's map rotation. So very, very weird things going on with the playlist update this week. Not exactly sure what's going on. Maybe they're just being restrictive on this because it's the open beta weekend. They want players on the Black Ops 6 beta and not necessarily on this as much, but still really sucks because this is going to go until next Thursday, obviously, and the beta is only going until Monday morning. So multiple days this week when there's no Black Ops 6 going on, we're stuck with some kind of crummy Warzone playlists. And then just one more quick thing to note here. Obviously, with the open beta going live tomorrow morning for Black Ops 6, we are going to see another full-on title update drop with this thing. It's going to be the 1.54 update. I imagine this is going to include some of the changes and updates that Treyarch alluded to in their tweet the other day, saying that weapon XP was going to be adjusted. There'd be updates to the weapon balancing and everything, spawns, audio, all sorts of stuff there. PlayStation Size does preview this being on the database, and they do also say this is going to be a small patch. So nothing too crazy with this one, but it will require a full-on download for everyone. So if you're on console, you'll have a slight download for this. If you're on PC, you'll notice that as well prior to the open beta fully kicking off. Or if you're jumping on right as the open beta goes out, you might have a download beforehand. So just a bit of a heads up there. Might want to check your console, check your PC, maybe late tonight, early tomorrow morning before the beta is out, so you can get this pre-downloaded if applicable and have that ready to go so you can jump on and grind right as the open beta drops. But all that being said, that's going to wrap things up for this one. That is everything that changed with the new surprise patch notes for Warzone. And that's going to do it. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out so you can always guarantee you are up to date with everything going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.